They just saw his truck parked at the park and were like, oh, that's weird. Why is he not delivering ice cream? And then they sneak up and he's just straight up jacking off in the sea.
Welcome back to Sleepover. My name is Danny Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lemos.
And folks, we are so excited to be graced with the presence of Vince Caldera.
Yeah, I was a few minutes late.
Yeah, tune into the Patreon and you're going to see all this stuff.
All
dude.
the
But
tea.
now that he's here.
Do you guys usually feel terrible after a nap too?
Oh, yeah.
It
Depends on
sucks,
how
right?
long.
I feel like Chris Benoit after. You know?
Was he napping? Did someone wake him up from his nap?
He's napping now.
Chill. That's dude, that'd be the craziest alarm clock. Bro,
He had like the brain of a 80-something-year-old because of all the CTE that he had.
Yeah, crazy.
That's crazy.
I haven't heard of that many 80-year-olds fucking murdering their family.
That is true.
They just shit in
My
their
grandpa never tried to murder my grandma.
He just didn't have the strength. Did I ever tell you about this guy George at the
What?
at the retirement home?
Oh, no. Tell me about how old was he?
Oh, George, well, he's dead now. Shout out to him.
You? Because you neglected him?
I wish. Nah, George is a piece of shit, first and foremost. May he burn in hell.
Did you think he became a piece of shit because of where he was at, or do you think he was always
I think he was always a piece of
Dude,
shit.
I remember my mom was taking care of an old lady and she had like dementia and none of her kids talked to her. And then we found out she only got dementia in the last year. Like it was just her who burned all the bridges with like her family.
Yeah.
it was her that burned the bridge because she decided to get dementia all of a sudden.
So take care of your brain, bro. Eat your vitamins and shit.
Bro, do daily crosswords.
You gotta do
Isn't that crazy? That's what people think. Well, I mean, I'm sure it helps, but like they're just like, yeah, just do a crossword puzzle.
You do have to keep your brain active because think about how little you actually use your brain. Like now, you don't have
What is not being active with your brain? Well, I guess there's like so much brain rot stuff. You can watch like a bunch of like,
literally,
except for this.
What is Instagram? But like brain rot.
Yeah,
and TikTok and all that.
Actually, earlier today I saw that parents in different states are suing TikTok because and other social media apps because they're accusing it of, for lack of a better word, robbing children of their childhood because of how addictive it is.
I heard TikTok be called like nicotine for children.
Yeah, it's like then like 30 years we're gonna be like, holy shit, we're doing that to our brains for sure. We're already at that point now.
One thing that scares me is we've been the only generation to have like headphones our entire lives, and like we don't know how that's going to affect us like way later on.
Oh, like just you think our ears are going to be cooked? Like
I think so.
Mine are already there with the DJing.
It's the same thing with vaping too. Yeah. We don't know what the actual effects of vaping are.
I'm like, nah, not that one. Though.
You're like, science doesn't count for that. No, it is funny. We get to pick and choose what we're bothered by.
The headphone thing makes me laugh. I was thinking about something recently that women do. I feel like they only do this thing.
Okay.
Whenever they walk by like a scary situation, let's say they're walking by homeless people, they'll just put on headphones and they'll be like, well, he's not going to bother me. I'm wearing AirPods.
Well, it's like when a demon's in your room and you put a sheet over your head.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. He's not going to bother me.
They're like, I can't do that now.
Yeah. He's like,
you just turn invisible. It's like the invisibility club.
It's like Swiper. Oh, man.
What's a better alternative than headphones then?
Let's get it reaching for the glizzy.
Honestly, yeah. If you just you just fucking lift it up like you got a fucking strap.
Just reach into the bag right here. You don't want to see me. What's that thing? The Supreme thing called? The thing you crossbody?
The box logo.
No. This guy's
that's like
What are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Crossbody bags.
You're mad at me for not guessing what's in your head. It's a shoulder bag. It's like a fanny pack.
I'm gonna walk around with that and just reach into it by the homeless people.
That's just stupid.
Just straight up.
Why are you walking by homeless people?
Because that's my fucking job.
They're
bro.
like, hey Daniel, what's up?
They're like, hey man, where'd you steal that bag from?
Imagine one day we're kicking it with Daniel and all the homeless people know him for some reason.
Bro, those are my I'm a man of the people. What can I say? But let me tell you about this cocksucker George, dude. This old guy.
Okay.
He was in the retirement home, and this is the guy that told like the cooks to go back to TJ and all this shit, right?
Nuts, yeah.
And sometimes when I take the food to his room, he would like try to hit his wife in front of me. He was notorious for like trying to beat his wife, and I say trying
notorious
because
how come no one put them in different rooms?
They would eventually.
Okay,
but that's his wife. You know, at the end of the day, I guess I don't know, but her name was Lola. Shout out to Lola. She was a nice bird. But George would always try to swing on her. But the thing that he was so fucking old that he would swing on her in like the slowest fucking fashion in the world.
Like Jordan Vince.
So like this is him trying to swing.
Yeah.
He's like, this is what he'd say. He's like, you bitch.
Oh no, honey.
And I'd be watching this shit happen, and I'd be able to put all the food down and then make the tea and then do all this shit before just like inching him away.
In Lola's mind, you're like the Flash.
Oh yeah, he's like Quicksilver. He's like moving shit.
You're moving like food and everything.
That is, yeah. I was
There's
literally.
a song playing.
They're like, he might have spilled all the spaghetti that one day, but he's a good guy.
Did I ever tell you why? Did I ever tell you why?
How many plates of spaghetti did you drop?
30,
Like it's a
30.
cartoonish amount of spaghetti.
And you know the exact number, right?
36. Did I
36.
ever tell you why?
Why?
All right, so the job was minimum wage, right? So nobody would work that hard, except that job. I had it during the time The Last Dance came out by Michael Jordan, or the Michael Jordan documentary. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to be the best employee here. And I decided to put 36 plates of spaghetti on a cart.
Oh, you did that.
I did that. I did that shit. We win together, we lose together, baby. And I dropped them all. And I
took that personally.
I took that personally, and that was my Pistons series. And then I bounced back and I won.
Well,
Didn't you once crash because you were looking at food?
Yeah, I crashed because I was looking at Wobble Girl in my passenger seat. I was like, God damn, it's gonna smack later.
And then you smacked a car.
Yeah, I smacked into my passenger seat. I smacked into the windshield.
Did anyone talk to you about you having spilled all that spaghetti? Like, were they like, hey, you can't be doing this?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was the best employee, so I was just like, the cook was annoyed that he had to make more food, and then I tried putting some.
The cook is like, oh no,
oh no,
my spaghetti.
I was like, order these motherfuckers pizza, bro. They're just happy to have anything, man. I love the old people. I did like the old people.
Did you gaslight them? You were like, no, you guys already ate.
That's one of the ideas. There
So
was a guy
funny.
named Doug. I tried that as a joke once because there's a guy named Doug who was like, he always had dementia and shit, and every day he'd say the
You
same.
did it to someone that actually has dementia.
Dude, the old people's home was fucking crazy. This sounds like a scary
It's
story.
like a TikTok house built for old people.
Yeah, it's a hype
The
house.
It's a
influencer.
hype house, yeah.
Bro, there was,
we put 30. Go on.
I
Sorry.
was mopping in the kitchen once downstairs, like in the where they have like the they have some patients that are a little out there, you know. I don't want to call them crazy because they're just a little.
You don't want
old.
to call them crazy, but they're crazy.
There's one guy that was legit crazy, right? This motherfucker escaped twice, and he looked like the Joker. He looked like Arthur Fleck, that version of the Joker,
Okay.
except old. And he runs into where I'm at, and I'm mopping, and he's like, he grabs me by the shoulders. He's like, "You gotta help me. You gotta help me get out of here. I'm not supposed to be here." And he's shaking my shoulders a little bit, and I look at him, and then the fucking guards come and they seize him, and then I look at him, and he looks back at me, and I just put my AirPods back on. I started listening to the Joe
He ran
Rogan.
past you and they're like, why didn't you stop him? And you're like, I forgot that was my job.
I forgot that was my problem.
Yeah, I forgot that it's my problem.
I believe there's a hero in all of us.
They're like stabbing him with a syringe.
That's what it fucking was like, and then they just put him out, and I just listened to the Joe Rogan Experience and kept my day moving, dude.
Is that what you're listening to?
At the time, yeah, I was like, they had a good guest. I think I forgot.
Who was the guest?
It's probably
that you were-
Joey Diaz or something like that. The cocksucker Joe Rogan. He ran up on me, you know. But that was my life in the retirement home.
It was
That's
crazy.
nuts.
So many people saw you as like a way out.
That's why I got the job, dude.
The old lady flirted with you, huh?
Oh yeah, I wanted to make them feel happy, you know, because I wanted they couldn't see their family for like 6 to 8 months. So I was like, let me try to brighten their day a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk to them, lay pipe, go home and shit.
You would do the thing that you did at that Alfred show. You take off your shirt. Someone would
Yeah.
put like tapioca
Bro, that
pudding
clip
on
was
you.
nuts.
Dude, we've talked about that. Oh my God, it's time to move on, bro. It's time to move on. I will tell you
Caught
this.
me slipping once, okay, so what?
There was this one thing at the job. I forgot if I told this story, but it always makes me laugh. We had a lot of Latinas and Latinos working in the kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you would go all the way up, and you'd have to be gone for your whole shift, just delivering food. And sometimes people were too lazy to go back downstairs and use the bathroom, and they were not supposed to use the bathroom in the people's room. But there was this one girl that decided to do it.
And the patients, or not
Yeah,
the patients, but the residents.
The residents' room.
Yeah.
So she goes into the room and she takes a fat shit. And I think it clogs or something like that. And they had to call down. They're like, "Hey, there's a complaint. Somebody from the kitchen took a shit in the room, and we know they're in the kitchen." And they were like, "Well, it's fucked up. Why do you think the kitchen?" Because sometimes there's like nurses, like other people go into the rooms too, not just people in the kitchen. And they're like, "We know it's the kitchen because the person threw toilet paper in the trash can."
But how does that mean that they're from the kitchen?
Because there's a bunch of Mexicans in the kitchen.
What is
bro.
that?
They threw toilet paper with shit in the trash can.
That's a
ain't-
Mexican thing?
Bro, that's only our nasty ass people. Yes, that's
I'm gonna should talk to an anthropologist just to make sure it's true.
You've never heard
in
of
the
this?
future, that's gonna be like someone like at the Smithsonian. You'll see like the little text that's like, here's a wastebasket with human feces in it.
Mexicans could not.
Bro,
They could only target on that.
she threw that shit sunny side up too.
Sunny side up.
That's gross.
That's fucking
nasty.
disgusting, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously they know who this bitch is. She walked in the room. The shit is up in the trash can, and they got.
She
her.
wanted to get caught.
She wanted to get caught. The bitch. She's like the Riddler. She wanted to get.
It's in a question mark in the wastebasket.
Yeah. That's so gross. That's so fucking nasty, dude.
Bro, you're the one talking about shit.
I don't like talking about shit, but this.
Yeah, I don't like it either. This is like the last episode. We're like, we hate jokes about body humor, toilet humor.
But this is so fucking gross and like.
The poop as a question mark is really motherfucking
Why?
funny.
And you're like, hope you bring it today, Vince. And then I bring it.
Bro.
That would be nasty, imagine.
Wait, was it last episode when I said that I took a shit? I took a shit in the Starbucks.
No, it's a group chat.
No, it's a group chat. You didn't
you little
say
pervert.
that on the pod.
Yeah.
I walked into a Starbucks on like Monday. And I tried out this new drink for the first time, and there was this gay. There was like three.
I like that. That's your review now.
There was like four gay dudes working the counter, and I could just
How'd you know you tested them all out?
Yeah, my gaydar is not broken, dude. That's why every time, whenever I go like this, it goes like bing, 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 bing. But this guy's like, oh, tell me how. He's like, let me know how it is after you drink it, and he's like giving me the eyes and everything like that. And I'm like, all right, this guy's a cool guy. I'll give him a little tip. So I drink it, and I go to the bathroom. And then it doesn't flush, so I flush once, I flush twice, then I flush a third time thinking this will finally get it. And then instead it just makes it all rise to the brim.
Wow.
So I'm like, what do I do? And I leave, I walk out of the bathroom, and the guy's like right out there. He's like, so how was the drink? And I was like, it was really, really good. And then I just dash out of the Starbucks.
You're like Oppenheimer for
so
toilets.
Wait, what happened?
He's like Oppenheimer, but for toilets. Now I am become death, destroyer of toilets.
You know, Vince be leaving them cloggers.
Bro, you just told us about you clogged one.
Wait, so
Fucking
the
secret
drink made
menu.
you shit that fast?
I just needed to go to the bathroom, dude. But honestly,
Also, it wasn't even the drink.
It might have been. That's why I don't
You
drink caffeine.
fucking liar.
Dude,
You just said you guys-
it was the caffeine, bro.
Wait, so you went into the restroom with your drink?
Yeah, I didn't want to leave it out there.
That. How people like drink or eat in the bathroom.
I didn't drink it. I just put it like on the this by the sink. You know, that'd be weird to be fucking.
Just it being in the restroom already, I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to ever drink out of it again.
Bro,
I know what you're saying.
I honestly get.
There's poop in the
bro,
air, bro.
I eat ass, dude.
Yeah, but it's,
Have
it's a
you
stranger's
eaten,
ass.
Have you eaten ass yet?
Never.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Why?
What do you mean not yet?
I don't want to.
How come?
I don't know.
You guys are immature, honestly.
We're immature.
Yeah, you're
You're
immature,
kink shaming
bro.
right now.
Yeah, who, me?
Yeah.
By saying you guys
Because we don't eat it.
Yeah, honestly, and you guys should feel bad about yourselves.
It's against my religion.
You're robbing the people in your lives of.
Of that.
So you've done it?
How many?
Yeah.
Honestly, how many on your hand? Can you count on your hands how many times you've eaten ass, or is it beyond that?
With
Beyond
the same
that?
person, or
Yeah, one per. It can't be just like a regular, like a fucking random
okay?
person.
You've
on
only
the
Would
done it
it
with
be
one
like-
person then.
You gotta really love that person.
Would you do? That's so sweet. Would you do it?
Bro, you gotta love somebody. You gotta love somebody so much. Like, I gotta put my tongue up there.
Would you ever do it to someone for like a one night stand? Like,
No.
okay,
That's
all right. Well,
fucking
hey,
insane.
that's the only way
dude.
I would
Well,
do
what
it.
if you guys just got out the shower?
It's even then, dude. You
So
gotta-
there has to be a love component.
You gotta really
So that's
know
how you
this
show your
person.
love is you eat their
Yeah.
ass.
You have
Absolutely.
to show me love.
Uh-huh. You
Yeah,
gotta
that
show
song?
me- yeah, you whip out your
That's,
tongue.
the music video is actually a woman getting her ass eaten.
Mhm. It is, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it's such a good. It's a game.
That's how she hits those high notes.
Yeah, that's so funny. You're stupid.
I mean, man, maybe that's the truth. Dude.
I've seen footage. No,
No,
that
go
makes
on.
sense.
what?
Follow
bad.
that. Follow
Yeah.
that.
Let's
I've
see.
seen footage of dudes like lifting weights, and then they can't get the last rep up, and someone will like poke their butt, and then that'll get them the last little perk.
That's crazy, dude.
Wow.
Where have you seen this footage?
Yeah.
Just on IG, just scrolling through.
How do they poke their butt when they're like on a bench?
No, I think it's like weighted squats. I think.
Oh, okay. Even
Yeah.
then, I guess that makes sense because you're clenching to keep maybe it's less gay to do that because you're clenching to keep the thing out of there.
Yeah, it's trying to find a way to make all this stuff not gay so we can do it on each other.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're just experimenting out here.
We're just experimenting.
You don't experiment on sleepovers, dude.
That is true. Sleepovers are where you're supposed to experiment.
So
It's crazy. And I wonder if some people must have legit done it, but like practice making out with their friends.
Like guys or girls?
Guys.
Maybe like guys with guys?
Guys with guys.
Somebody for sure has done that. I don't think it's our thing.
You're like, it's plausible.
It's plausible. Dylan Farr for sure. We have some friends probably who have done that.
What's the thing on Mythbusters? It's busted or just plausible? Yeah,
it's busted.
Vince told me
Mythbusters, but it's just like how gay can you go?
That's funny. That would be like there's gay Mythbusters.
What if you make it straight? Like Vince is like, I want to practice like eating pussy. I'm like, well, I got a thing for you, and I grab your hand like this, and then we open it up. You see?
Yeah. Wait.
That's crazy.
Vince goes to town. Vince is like, I woke up for this shit.
I'm like,
did you dream anything while you slept, Vince?
I actually, it was one of those dreams where I was like, I feel like something was happening in my brain and it was like pleasant, and then I got pulled back to reality. And like, you ever wake up from a dream and you're like, fuck, this is real. Not like my life is fine. I think I'm grateful for my life, but you're like, this is my life right now.
Yeah.
That's how you feel after a nap, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'd hate to record a podcast after like a bomb ass nap. Like if I'm like laying down, it's like me and Sydney Sweeney just like running through the hills and stuff, and then I get a call from Lewis, being like, "Where you at?" I fucking want to kill Lewis, dude.
I understand. I feel the same.
But you kiss her on the forehead, and you're like, "I'll be back."
And then she disappears.
You never have that dream again.
Oh,
you never
really
go back
hard.
to that dream.
You can't. I've tried that going back. You know what happens when you no bullshit when you try going back to the dream? This has happened to me. You get the fucking sleep paralysis.
Oh,
it's like a fucking like the devil. It's crazy. I'm like, I want to just have this beautiful dream. And it's like, I can give you this beautiful dream again. And I'm like, okay. And then you see the Hat Man. And he's like, booga booga booga.
He says that before he eats your ass.
I had a weird, yeah, dude. I'm like, let me flip around, bro.
I don't love you. As he's eating your ass.
I did have
Daniel's nightmares are he's just eating people's ass that he doesn't love.
It's just people that you don't give a fuck about.
People I hate.
You're just eating their ass.
That is the worst case scenario. You have to eat someone's ass. That's like the phrase "kiss my ass." It's always to somebody you hate.
Hey, but it's never eat my ass.
Not yet.
It's eat my shorts.
Yeah.
Eat my shorts.
Bart says that.
We're about to push the culture, dude. Eating somebody's ass when you don't like them. It's the next wave.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like hate eating ass then?
I guess so.
There's hate fucking.
I'll eat your ass alive. That's some Mike Tyson shit, right? Vince. I was so mad at you earlier. I was like, I was going to eat your ass alive.
Bro, I was late by 17 minutes. I counted.
Bro.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I think the funniest thing was that you texted us being like 6:30.
You texted 6:30.
That's my bad. I fell asleep. It wasn't on purpose. Bro. You think I want to like fall asleep?
Yeah, you're the one. It's your job to go to sleep, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, I fell asleep. I took a nap.
Like, you gotta wake yourself up. Bro. You can't be sleeping in the streets, bro.
Wow.
There's money. The money's already printed, motherfucker. All you gotta do is go get it. Come on, player. Come on. Stop hating. Start participating.
You're crazy.
What if I became that guy? Once I start working in sales, I become like the salesman guy. Like
you become the guy who's on the commercials being like, "What are you doing on the couch right now? Go to college." Right now, it's that easy.
I like the porn versions of that. It's like, what are you doing jerking off on the couch right now? Why don't you DM these hot, sexy models?
The porn ads are kind of egregious.
They are.
Drew Yanda had this funny ass joke where sometimes you get the porn ads that are like, this image will make you come in 15 seconds. And it's like Family Guy porn. And it's like, all right, say if I do click on this, what about Peter Griffin fucking Lois? It's going to make me come in 15 fucking seconds.
Vince, what would you do if you went on like your family computer and you saw nothing but Family Guy porn?
You had seen your dad's like porn history before, right?
Yeah, I was like Asian porn.
But what if it was
Why
Family
did your
Guy?
dad like Asian porn?
Because he's a man of the people, dude.
Bro, my dad, what you'd say a lot of things about my dad, but one thing is that he is not a racist. He loves all people, all cultures.
He'll watch any type of porn.
Yeah. Now, if I saw my family desktop, it'd be like, I think I would just,
Who would be your first guess?
I don't know. Probably be an uncle.
Really? Which is funny because you have teenagers in your house and you're still worried about the adults watching.
Well, because it's a generational thing. I don't think my siblings have seen Family Guy really.
Yeah, what kind of porn?
And I don't mean the Family Guy porn. I just mean porn in general.
Oh, it's porn?
Yeah.
Porn is generational.
Yeah.
I don't think No, I would think it's one of my uncles.
Yeah,
my uncles stay horny, dude.
Especially
my Uncle
teenage
Carlos.
siblings are just watching Rick and Morty porn now.
Yeah,
Not Family Guy
as they
porn.
should, and they draw it them. I make them draw it themselves. I'm like, if you guys are gonna watch anything, it's gonna be something that you made yourself.
We gotta go.
You guys are gonna be lazy. You guys are gonna be fucking lazy in this house. You guys are gonna make your own porn.
Yeah, you think you want to be like me, falling asleep and showing up 17 minutes late to a place? No.
It was more than 17. This guy, if you're late, you're.
I love having your location of it.
Yeah.
I just know when you're home.
I was out of town this on Sunday. Where'd you go? How was
I was supposed to go to.
There we go. We got
Yeah,
him,
I
folks.
was supposed to go to-
Where were you supposed to go?
I was supposed to go to Redlands.
Oh.
Redlands?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
That place always sounds way cooler than what I think it actually is.
You actually lucked out staying in LA, dude. I hate having to go out to Redlands.
Yeah, I like going to visit Joanna's family,
Oh, okay.
but it
wasn't for a show.
It was it wasn't for a show.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Redlands once and for like a pumpkin patch, and then it was like I thought it was gonna be like an hour, and that shit was like an hour and a half, and I was like,
Drive?
Yeah. And the pumpkin patch was nice, but at least
It's not even red.
It's not even red.
Yeah.
My
I'm fully in spooky season right now. I watched a horror movie with my girlfriend last night.
nice. That's the best thing.
We saw Signs,
Oh, cool.
and the whole movie she wasn't flinching or anything. So I was like, she thinks it's lame as fuck.
You're trying
like,
to punch her like this.
She's you're stupid.
Are you scared of your mom?
And I thought she didn't feel scared by the movie at all. So I was like, okay, like she didn't like it. And then afterwards, she's like, no, I'm scared as fuck. Like she was terrified. And at one point, I turned off the lights in the room and I made the alien sounds.
What's the alien? How do they sound in the movie?
She's never seen it.
She's seen it before, but never done a rewatch.
That's how the aliens sound? Honestly, that sounds like something else, bro.
Sounds like-
Probably
What does it
getting
sound like?
Probably getting all bad. That's how my boy Lewis sounds.
You're bricked up right now, bro.
Yeah,
You're on brick mode.
The ladies at the pod.
You only
are
make
like-
that sound when you're in love.
Yeah, that's eating ass, bro. That's how it
Now,
sounds.
you know what I don't like about Signs?
Mm-hmm.
Is that movie is not about astrology. No astrology in it at all.
It's a movie about fate, though,
It is about fate.
and astrology
yeah.
has a lot to do with fate.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
We gotta
I think
have-
about the
Well, 'cause you- 'cause
horoscopes.
yeah.
Think about horoscopes. It's about like what your fate is for the day.
What are you
essentially.
guys' signs?
We were the same signs.
We're Scorpio.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
Scorpio.
I don't know my other two signs.
Mm-hmm.
My rising and my
The other one.
You're what are
I'm
you?
I'm a Capricorn, but I've actually learned because I was born so early. I have a Scorpio part of me.
You were born early in the day?
Yeah.
I was born in
5
the morning, apparently.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude! I asked my mom once, and she said I don't want to tell you.
Hey, Vince, do you want a little more Scorpio in you?
Yeah,
You're
dude.
stupid.
It's Scorpio season coming up, dude.
You know, the Scorpion King
Mm-hmm.
was about.
He was a guy with a scorpion. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That movie has terrible CGI.
I played the video game when I was a
Really?
kid, and I really liked it.
Really?
There's some good ass movie video games. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2
That
is a
one's
really
good.
good one. I wanted to get the Avatar game, but I couldn't afford it. You ever have that thing like where you wanted
Broke-ass
to? I know.
Fucking broke ass dude.
Though you ever have this thing like when you wanted something as a kid and then now you have money now, but you're like, I'm not a kid anymore, so I'm really.
Except the stuff I wanted as a kid is more expensive now, like the fucking Gale of Darkness GameCube.
It's $200.
Oh, that's not too crazy.
Well, compared to other Pokemon games, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that crazy. It depends if you want it complete or just the game.
Interesting.
You guys fucking game or what?
I game.
Dude, I stay gaming.
Imagine you guys became streamers. You guys just quit stand up and just started streaming.
Well, I mean, video games are the most profitable industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's people who like are doing live Twitch streams in the O2 Arena in London and shit.
That's like
Wow.
there's like a generational thing where I think I just skipped me or like you ever have like what's something that makes you feel like old at this point?
And for me, it's still when I see like football players and they're like, they just entered the league and they're like 20 years old, 21 years old, and you're like, I'm a sir to them, you know, like I'm an older fucking person for them.
They dap you up. That is crazy.
There's a Alabama player right now that's like lighting it up, and he's 17 years old. So he was born in 2007 when the first Transformers movie came out.
Whoa.
Wow.
Damn, that's crazy when you think. You said 17 and Vince got all perked up. He said, "Tell me about that boy."
I think language makes me feel older sometimes, like slang.
Oh, really? Which word does it for you?
I mean, it's
What new slang gets
What
you?
new
Which one
slang?
makes you feel old? now?
Skibbity, Riz.
Riz? Riz,
I,
all the
actually,
brain rot
I
kind of
low-key
words.
hate Riz. I hate that word.
I like Riz because it just is a cool sounding word. Like when you have two Z's and an R in a word, like it's hard to have it.
What are the words have that?
Two
Two-
Z
and
and
then-
then two what?
Like everyone knows the
Two,
coolest.
two Z's and an R.
R is up there for one of the coolest letters for sure. But like everybody knows it's X. X is the coolest letter, like by far. And then Z is probably like second or third.
Fucking Elon fanboy over here.
There's only 27 letters in the alphabet, so yeah.
What do you think is the lamest letter?
Q.
Q. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Q sucks.
Q
dude.
is kind of sucky. Q is kind of whack as fuck.
It's
but-
it's just the O.
Yeah.
With a little
flavor.
little bit of it's zesty. It's a zesty O.
X feels like a zesty letter.
T's are cool. I like marking the T.
Yeah, crossing the T and then dotting your I's. Is there any better feeling than that?
You know what's crazy about numbers? That there's only 10 of them, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Fuck.
I feel you.
You feel me?
Trip out.
That shit don't make no, it makes sense, but it doesn't. But it also does. That's the stupid thing about numbers, though. It's like
It's a numbers game.
How the fuck is there an imaginary number?
There's negative numbers too.
That shit. I'm like, I don't want any negativity around me. Fuck that shit, dude. It's trying to teach me about negative numbers and shit. Were you guys ever good at math?
Dude, I was so
No.
bad. I had to take it for like a substitute teaching test earlier in the year, and
Oh.
I was like, I'm retarded.
Are you gonna do that teaching shit?
I want to try.
Nah, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, bro.
Let's do it. Do it right now.
Do it right. Wait. So you're gonna be a teacher,
Substitute.
but you're gonna be teaching
You're still
these kids.
you're still a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What
Still
if
a
you end
teacher.
up like having a bond with these kids? Actually,
I don't want to.
nah. But what if it happens? That's you. That's how every movie starts. The guy's like, I don't give a fuck about these.
That
kids.
is true.
And by the end, you're buying them supplies and you're like helping them like learn.
I feel
about
like
their
I
home
should get a
life.
DUI before I do all that.
Oh.
They're always down on their luck before they start teaching, you know?
Yeah, you don't have a DUI. You're punching a payphone. You're like, the Dodgers are this fucking close.
Bro, I'm so fucking
How was I
sad.
supposed to know Otani was gonna get hurt? I
Did all
don't
that
even want to
stuff
say
happen?
that. No,
No.
all right.
they're probably. Let's see the score right now.
No, don't even do it. Don't even do it.
Yeah,
don't
don't
even
do
look
it.
at the score right now.
The Dodgers are such a funny team. But let's take a quick commercial break, folks, and we will be right back with more Sleepover. We are back with Sleepover. Dude, I wanted to go to Mexico to get my teeth work done, to get some dental down there, to get some cleaning. And then I like looked up on X today and I saw.
And you were going there, and then you passed by a Chinese restaurant, and then
Oh.
you didn't have any more money to get your teeth
Oh
fixed.
my god, dude!
Yeah,
Half
yeah.
the reason me and Vince are going to go get some Chinese food in TJ, and you're welcome to drop us off, but you're not welcome to join us. But I've been wanting to go, and then I go on X, and then I see this article. It says like newly elected mayor beheaded after 6 days, and then I saw the fucking they cut this dude's head off and they put it on top of a car, and they kept his body in the passenger seat, and I was like, damn, I think I'm just gonna save up over here and just take my chances in America.
Mexico has the
dude.
craziest episodes of Pimp My Ride.
Holy shit, fuck, dude. There's Mexicans are
We
so
heard you hated the mayor,
You hated-
so we beheaded him.
So we put him on your car.
that's fucking nuts, dude. Mexicans are so theatrical, like with their killings and
You
shit.
told me one time about that thing about like I think your dad mentioned the story of being in Mexico and like not honking at someone,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they walked
yeah.
over and they're like, "We would have killed you if you didn't if you had honked at
Yeah,
us." And
yeah.
it's just like you're a bitch, dude. Like
Yeah, that's just how they are, I guess. But yeah, the story's like there was a guy at a stoplight and there was a car in front of him, and there was the light just like went like twice. And like it turned green and then went red and turned green and then went red. And this guy for some reason just did not honk his horn. And then the guy in front of him hopped out the car, whipped out the gun, was like, "Hey, if you would have honked, I would have shot you in the head. But thanks for not honking." And I think he probably gave him some money and then just drove off.
but why? So it was just a test.
They're just fucking these guys. There's no.
I guess there is nothing else to do in Mexico.
There's no logical explanation. They just are fucking wild ass people. Every time my
crazy.
dad tells me like an old cartel story, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I think being in Mexico or just a guy in Mexico is what it's like to be a woman in America, probably. Because it's the one time you're like, well, I'm scared of getting kidnapped. I'm scared of somebody could just take me and there's anything I could do about it.
I remember one time, and this was near Christmas season a few years ago, but like my mom still has a bunch of family down there. I guess they're my family too.
Now,
But
they're in
like one of
Mexico.
them was like openly getting like harassed by like men and just being like, they were just threatening her about like giving them money just randomly, and she's like super poor too. So yeah, fuck Mexico. I understand why.
Yeah. Wait, so what happened?
I don't remember. I remember that.
Jesus,
blacked
I
out.
thought
He's still
this-
alive.
I thought the story was about to lead to something crazy. Dude.
No. I just remember that happening, and then I didn't ask for any more context.
Yeah, well, Mexico seems like a scary place. But every time I talk to somebody who goes, like, it's honestly not that bad. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. Seems pretty fucking wild to me.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Not even TJ.
Yeah, I've been there, but like,
They always say that shit that like a cute girl from like a bad neighborhood would say. You ever, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say, remember when Glassell Park was like a little worse, like say 15 years ago.
yeah. Well,
15 years
It's
ago
still
would
kinda
have
bad.
been
In
2010
like parts,
now.
yeah. What do you think? It was like the 2000s though, right?
2000s.
Let's say you meet a girl and then like you take her, you drop her off. This happened once. Like me and my dad were dropping off like a softball player that was on his team, and he's like, "You live over here?" She's like, "It's not even that bad." And he's like, "I know somebody got shot like 2 blocks away." He's like, "Honestly, if you just like mind your business, people will leave you alone." I'm like, "Nah, this is a pretty fucked up neighborhood."
Yeah,
every
shouldn't-
time
you shouldn't have to do that.
Every time you say some shit like that, I'm like, "Nah, it's wild." And then if you say your neighborhood is really wild, I'm like, "This guy's capping."
Yeah,
Yeah.
if someone's hyping up like, oh, I'm in a rough ass place, but if someone's like, it's not that bad, you're like, oh, I'm not going there.
Yeah. You should lock your windows.
Yeah, just like mind your business. They'll leave you alone. You don't mess with them. They don't mess with you. I'm like, this is a fucking scary ass.
Let's go into Ari's apartment that looked like the fucking projects in New York.
Oh, that was pretty wild. That was that. But that's
Like,
just
I'm doing a project. I'm doing a thesis.
that's just New York though, dude. That's just that's
That is New
Brooklyn.
York.
Imagine running into different hoodlums from different cities feels like a different vibe for sure. You know what I mean?
One thing I do like about LA is that you can have 5 different people who grew up in LA, but didn't have like nearly the same experience because of how vastly different the entire parts of the city are.
Sounds like the movie Crash, dude.
Oh, really?
In a way, I do like that about LA.
What
though.
year is that movie?
2000, I think.
2004. Yeah, you could have like 5 different LA stories, and then they're all this. It's all the same city, and it's just so like you can tell somebody like LA is the best city in the world. And you're like, all right, I can see why. And you can say
Mitch,
it's the
you
worst
rep
city.
LA, right? You stand
Yeah,
for it.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like.
If you had to pitch LA to people, what would be the one thing that you're like, you got to check it out for this?
Well, I think it's just a great place to live. I think it's just beautiful all the time, and yeah, I don't think you can go wrong doing anything over here. There's always something to do.
No,
But I feel in
can go
that
wrong.
though, that's also kind of like a downside that sometimes you're overwhelmed by choices.
There's a lot of choices.
Yeah.
And sometimes you choose to do nothing.
Sometimes you got to do nothing for your own sanity, dude.
And what sucks is it's so nice out here. A lot of the times, if you're not doing anything, you feel like an even bigger loser because you're like, it was nice out.
Do you feel like LA is boring heaven and New York is fun hell? I've heard people describe that.
Boring, heaven, and fun. Wow. Yeah, that kind of encapsulates it. Because when I was in New York, it was like, it felt so chaotic all the time, and just like walking home, or not home, but just back to the apartment, like at 1 a.m, I'm just like constantly on edge.
Yeah.
But in LA, like I guess some parts are like that, but you know, once I'm on my block, it's totally fine.
On my block, baby. Yeah, I feel like I can see how people could say that. I just like LA, dude. There's some parts I don't. I mean, I definitely don't like downtown. I'm like, this shit is nasty as hell.
Yeah,
When
downtown
people-
sucks when you have to park there.
And it smells like piss everywhere, dude. And I'm like, all right, I could see why people like this is what their idea of LA is. Just like, it's so grimy. I went to El Pollo Loco and was eating fucking food over there, and then this homeless guy just walked in with his stench, and it just made me not want to eat El Pollo Loco for 2 weeks. I was just in the middle of eating a burrito. That shit just, you know when you see food and you get the smell now? That's how I feel when I see El Pollo Loco, and I fucking love El Pollo Loco, bro.
You do.
And this guy just with his shit pants just like ruined it.
Did you get a bunch of sauce that day?
I asked for 5, they gave me 2, and another reason why I was so furious.
Do they charge you now for extra sauce at Pollo Loco?
They sure fucking act like it. I was like, but that shit makes me mad, bro. That makes me.
I was about to be like, it's like they're making it themselves. They are.
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe they're not even. They're probably getting shit.
It's
but-
probably already like made, and they just have to like I don't know, stir it.
Yeah, maybe want to call Uncle Trump for a second, for sure. I was like, run me that shit. Give me that extra salsa right now. You know what I mean?
If you know what's good for you.
If you know what's good for you, mamacita, give me that extra salsa.
It's a white woman you're telling this to.
I was like,
Vince, you've been traveling a lot. Have there been like any other food chains that you've experienced in other like states that are really like blow the competition out of the water?
I don't really. I will like just in the fact that they're chains. I'm like, no, this is good. This is still bad for me. You know, I've had like Whataburger, and I think it's fine. You know, it's not like I'm also gonna like ride for like In and Out either. You know,
imagine like rewriting on that In and Out dick.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I just think it's just like a silly a conversation. It was like, oh no, this is better, then that's better. It's like you
They're
have
all
nothing to
chains.
talk about.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have nothing to talk about with another person. If you're just like, oh no, In and Out is better than Whataburger, it's like go fucking have a real opinion.
Isn't that the
go
same
do
thing?
something
That's-
of value.
That's how I feel. People talk about cities though, and I'm like, they're like, New York is better. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna be happy either way.
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with the rats. That's why I'd rather live here.
Yeah.
There's some shit. There's some wherever you grew up you're obviously gonna have a fucking love for that town. So
Yeah.
I don't really.
You're gonna have some kind of connection.
You're gonna have some kind of connection. That's like, oh, this is the greatest city. I'm like, yeah, to you, motherfucker, you grew up over there. You know?
Yeah, for me, it's like highways are such a massive part of LA. Like I had to be on the 405 this morning, and I was like, I fucking hate the city.
That sucks. The 405 sucks.
But
bro.
then sometimes you're on the 134 around sunset, and like you can almost see the ocean, and then the purple's like the sky's purple, and you're just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, dude.
What I always think is funny though is like in all those like movies about like something crazy happening in New York, it's always like a giant monster is loose in New York, and that's like the thing. They had like that big marshmallow guy.
Stay puffed.
They had
Godzilla.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Right? They have Godzilla, right? Clifford.
Yeah, that always happens in New York for sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen here. We'd be like, oh, this guy's gonna ruin traffic.
Remember Battle Los Angeles, dude? The aliens got their fucking asses clapped.
I actually didn't ever watch that movie. There was a movie called, I think I mentioned it, D-Wars or something.
D-Wars?
It was like Dragon Wars.
Yeah.
Takes place in LA?
I remember
Yeah.
the cover with the dragons like fucking they're like
Coiled around
building.
the
yeah.
US banks. Yeah.
Is it as cool? Is it
It was so bad. And what sucks is I rented it as a kid, and you get one rent per week or something.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just like, man, I fucking wasted that shit.
I do miss that feeling like you got one choice. The shit better be good.
Did you go to Jay's Video growing up, Vince?
Yeah, I did. I liked it.
I liked Jay's Video a lot.
The first, the movie that I remember renting, the first one was Ice Cream Man. It's this horror movie about this like deranged ice cream man. And I found it recently at a used bookstore, and I bought it.
What's the cover?
It's like an ice cream man in the uniform. It's like a white uniform. The guy's like kind of balding in the middle, and then he's holding like an ice cream cone, but like the vanilla flavor looking thing looks like a skull.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember missing just like seeing VHS covers. Like there was a Jack Frost cover that I'd always see.
Is that one a
freaked
scary
me out.
movie?
No, but he looks scary.
He looks scary. And then there was the the It one where he's like kind of like ripping through
Yeah,
the light.
yeah.
That one's iconic to me. That one scared the hell out of me, dude.
The Jack Frost thing. That's a guy. His dad dies,
No, that's a different.
and then it goes into the body of a snowman.
Oh, I see.
That's what that is, isn't that?
I don't know.
There's two, I think. There's one horror one, and then there's like one just like silly fun movie.
Okay.
I know I'm talking about the horror one where it has like a snowman that looks like it's like a killer snow. I don't know what
He
it
has
is
like
about.
jagged teeth or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I miss seeing that kind of shit. Where there needs to be a VHS cover of Sleepover coming soon, folks. Who
Yeah.
knows? It'll,
Wait, Vince mentioning Ice Cream Man. We had an Ice Cream Man growing up called
Right.
Ramiro.
Yeah.
He was awesome for us. Like,
Yeah.
he like cursed at all the kids. You know, if you didn't have enough money, he'd be like, "All right, you just owe me whatever this much for ice cream." And I really liked him a lot growing up. Like,
He's great.
It was a vibe. But then I met someone who apparently also had Ramiro growing up in their neighborhood, and he grew up in Echo Park.
yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't know he had multiple roots. And he's like, yeah, he was like our ice cream man for a long time. But then one time we all caught him jacking off in the truck. So we never bought ice cream from him again. Apparently there was like, he was just parked at a random park and they like snuck up and he was just jerking off in there.
Wait. Tell me this shit again.
That's crazy.
He was like parked at a park.
Tell me who this was.
His name was Ramiro.
Okay.
just told- it's the
tell the
beginning of the
people.
story.
Tell the people so I can clip this shit because that's so fucking insane.
So we had an ice cream man growing up called Ramiro who was great. You know, he'd curse. By great, I mean he just cursed at us.
Yeah.
We'd owe him money and he'd just come back to collect later on. But then someone who grew up also in LA in Echo Park was like, oh, that was also my ice cream man. And he was like, yeah, he was a good ice cream man. But then one day we caught him jacking off at the park. They just saw his truck parked at the park and were like, oh, that's weird. Why is he not delivering ice cream? And then they sneak up and he's just straight up jacking off in the sea.
Dude.
Wow.
There are so many. I feel like this has to be the topic of the episode. Like wherever we go, I don't want anything to get off topic from this because there's so much to discuss. There's so
Yeah,
much.
what time
There's
of day
so
was
much to
it?
unpack because it's like you're in a place. Vince, you know what it's like to be working in a place for like 8 hours, 10 hours, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta rub one out, and then you're so far away from home. So I hear him on that point of view. The other side is like, brother, you are at a park with children,
You saw ice
And
cream
he's-
with children.
And he's serving food.
and he's
technically.
serving food. That is nuts.
There's no washing machine.
There's no
like hand washing station in that fucking truck. His side view mirror was literally just a mirror taped on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get caught jacking off, dude?
You don't finish.
I mean, is it rude to not let the guy finish?
He's gonna be mad.
He's gonna. It's like what do
I'd
you
lose it personally.
It's like
Yeah.
is getting interrupted while jacking off worse than somebody waking
you
you
up
up from a nap?
Oh my god.
What is worse?
no, what's worse is you're dreaming about jacking off and then someone wakes you up.
Who caught him? Was it a whole gang? Because this sounds
It was
like
a whole gang of kids.
This sounds like some Stephen King type book or some like just straight up Peanuts.
Instead of, do you want to see a dead body? It's like, do you want to see our ice cream man jack off?
That is nuts, dude. I mean,
He did serve nuts on the ice cream.
Oh, dude, there was a lot of nuts that day, dude. There was the pubes in there too. That's crazy. I mean,
It's like there's hair in my hot Cheeto with cheese.
Oh, those are good.
did he? Oh, fuck yeah,
They're
this
really
looks the
good.
hair.
Fuck, they're poison.
I think my first Beyblade I got was from him. He had the cheapo ones.
Yeah, he was so good at going like this, fucking
Letting it-
yanking that thing.
I remember when he used to pass by our street, cholos would jump on the back and like infiltrate his truck.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, they're like, I'm the
stop.
captain now.
I am the captain now.
I'm the ice cream man now.
When he got caught jacking off, right? What was his first move? What happened?
He didn't really break it down, but all he said was that he never did their route again. Which
Whoa.
imagine for all the other kids in the street just being like, "Why don't we get ice cream anymore?" Well, these one group of kids had to ruin it for everyone else.
That's crazy to just jack
Yeah.
off and be like, well, I'm not going to go down that street anymore.
They just minded their own business.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
we had an ice cream man near Eagle Rock, and I think his name was like Eddie or something, and everybody loved Eddie. And then one day they said that he fucking tried kidnapping a girl or something like that, or he just had a girl. He had like some teenage girls in his car, and then everyone was like, "Fuck Eddie, he's a fucking pedophile." Blah blah blah.
Wow.
And then the next day they found out that one kid was just lying and saying that he was like, "Wouldn't it be crazy if I just said I saw a girl in his car?" And then they just started a
That's
rumor
crazy.
Wow.
that he was an
So he didn't even get to bust like Ramiro. Dude.
No, he just got chastised. All he wanted to do was sell the people chips. And one kid was just like, yeah, he had bitches in his car. Dude, if I was a
I wouldn't love if people had those allegations against me, but
not yet. Dude.
I sang a Drake lyric recently and I got in trouble.
Which one?
Energy, where he's like, I got bitches asking me about the code for the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
I sang that, my girlfriend's like, you got bitches? Like, what the fuck?
Damn, bro, you got bitches?
I don't have any bitches.
You don't have any. You have only one respectable queen who is going to teach you how to edit. I've heard.
She's gonna edit this
please
out.
God, make that whatever I just said. Clip that shit. What was I going to say? But yeah, I lived next to an ice cream man for a while, dude.
How'd you know?
Huh?
How'd you know that?
Oh, because he had an ice cream truck in the driveway. And then he was an ice cream man, and then his son became an ice cream man. It was like a family business, dude.
Oh.
Ice cream man seems like a scary kind of job.
Why do you think it's scary?
Because
of the sun.
It's something that you could. I mean, the ice cream man is somebody you could trust. And then, but what if they were devious? I think I read a scary story as a kid about the ice cream man who was kidnapping kids or something.
There's a comic book called Ice Cream Man, and it's an anthology, so each issue is a standalone, and it's a guy who like is a monster.
Was he keeping kids in the freezer?
In one of the stories, I'm sure.
That's some crazy shit, dude. Oh man, I wish somebody would try to.
I think the scariest thing about being an ice cream man is when you serve ice cream scoops and you have to be like, you have to lick off the edges before you hand it to people.
Yeah.
So make sure to taste it and everything like that. Man,
You
getting
gotta
caught
make the waffle cone.
getting caught jacking off fucking is the worst.
Have you been caught jacking? Have you?
Not like stroking it, like never.
Okay.
But there's been like moments where people have been close. I'm like Ted Bundy when they're like, "Have you ever been caught?" He's like, "No," but there were moments.
Dude, when we were teenagers, Vince would just walk over to my house, and I remember one time I was almost gonna jack off, and then
so
I
funny.
already had my pants on, and I just hear steps, and I just stood up, and Vince walked in, and I was just standing up in my living room. He's like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "Don't even worry about it."
You're good. Come in.
What's that hair
Let's
gel?
play
on
horde
here?
mode.
Damn, dude, I feel like Vince. Have you ever almost gotten caught?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Never.
What if there's like a time where people were just like, "Well, yeah, we know he's jerking off in there. But we just never had the heart to tell him."
Yeah. We just don't know. We just gotta let him finish.
Let him finish.
Let him do his thing,
Mhm.
and then we'll go in afterwards.
But the
Do
ice
you
cream.
think your girlfriend would get mad if she caught you jacking off?
No, I don't think so. I mean, why would she
Well, why would she get mad about the way Vince goes to sleep every night?
Yeah, like, I need it. It's like milk and cookies or jacking off.
Jackie-
When Santa comes to your house and he's like, "You can either give me milk and cookies, or you can let me bust one out real quick."
Dude, it's sad. I want people to get their gifts on time, dude. Who am I to ruin Christmas for
That's
these
why
children?
there's a big stocking in everyone's house, and you need something to clean up with.
Busting in a dude. Every time I wear socks, that shit cracks, bro. It sounds like
What's the song? I caught mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I caught mommy getting busted down by Santa Claus.
getting back blown out, dude. Oh my god, that's rough. Would you rather walk in on your parents cacking cheeks or get caught jerking off by multiple people?
Multiple people? What's the situation? Break down the scenario.
Who are the people?
Good question.
You're like, you're working in an ice cream truck.
You're working in an ice cream. Dude, I just want to see like. Oh yeah, look. Dude, this will be my final thought on this. And actually, it will, because there's still so much more. How does your brain go from like, all right, let's secure the bag, let's sell this ice cream, to just be like, huh? You know, it'd be really cool. I mean, you look at the clock, you're like, I got time.
I'm wondering like what made him that horny. Like he saw the
Yeah.
Tweety Bird with the fake gumball eyes, and he's like kind of looks like titties.
Bro, I was thinking of Tweety Bird right now. Bro. That shit, you know, he put like the fucking Tweety Bird on his balls or something, dude. He felt the cold. We gotta have this guy in the pod, man.
We gotta find him.
I think he went back to Mexico.
Yeah, good.
Really?
They're not sending their best, bro.
Sending their best. Yeah, that's what he says. He's like, they're sending ice cream men.
They're jerking off.
They're jerking off, and so they're eating the dogs. They're jerking off in the ice cream trucks.
How do you even trust ice cream at that point, dude? I think that's like a felony, right? Because you're doing it in like a place in a park.
It's a lot of things. It's like
It's
a
a
health
lot.
code violation. It is
Yeah.
probably a felony.
You can't pee
it's a
in
bro
public.
code.
That's immediately like you get labeled a sex offender.
That's
so.
the worst thing, dude. Because people are acting like if jerking off in public, that makes sense. But sometimes you got to take a piss, bro. What the hell? There should be laws that should get thrown out, dude. And have-
Yeah, well, actually, I could picture you being like at a debate, and you're like, "All right, guys, we should not make it bad if you get."
Who amongst us has not pissed in a litter box? Well, not kitty box, litter box.
The
What's it
playground?
called? The box of sand in the playground?
Sandbox.
There we go.
It's or kitty box.
Yeah.
Kitty box.
I had some friends that would.
Cats piss in there, you know.
Cat. for sure, yeah.
And everybody loves cat, or most people love cats. You know, not me, but most people do. For
I'm
sure.
not that crazy about cats.
I'm not. I mean, Lewis loves cats, bro.
Yeah.
My cat's great, dude.
Lewis is a cat daddy. Why is Alec Castillo texting us, bro, on the pod? Does he not know that we're recording?
What did he say?
Damn. Oh, speaking. Actually, good, thank you, Alec, because this is something I wanted to talk about. How do you feel you're hosting with? How fuck I got replaced?
Was I supposed to? Were you supposed to host?
Maybe I was supposed to host, and you're like, no, Daniel's never hosting this
Damn.
bitch again. I don't want to host.
Oh, yeah, I'm
right
hosting Chatterbox with Alec this Thursday.
Yeah.
This Thursday?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
I'll pull up.
will be probably the day this episode comes out.
Yeah, Thursday at 10 a.m. Thursday.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't work at UCB on Thursdays now.
I'll get you a
Oh,
good
really?
spot.
Switching to Wednesdays.
I
yeah.
might have to go and get my reps in before my. If you want, hey, if you're listening to this on Thursday, come to Covina on Friday, and you'll see the boy throw down before Chris Estrada.
I'll get you guys good spots. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
hell yeah, dude.
30 and 31.
I'll take it. Honestly, I don't mind.
Yeah,
going
that's
late.
fine.
I mean, dude, I haven't done stand up in like 2 weeks, so I have to be good on Friday.
Is it the last time you did stand up at the theater show?
Yeah, but I'm finally locking into my schedule now. Things are finally cooling down, so I'm getting into my rhythm. You know, what
I
I mean?
bombed in the last 2 shows I've done.
It happens, dude. But you know what? You just got to whip your dick out and.
Keep what?
What?
What'd you say?
Sometimes you just got to whip your dick out on stage.
Yeah, a Pepino reveal.
Pepino reveal. What would it take for you guys to do a Pepino reveal?
Do I get to be hard?
No, you got to be as soft as you ever been.
Never. You gun to my head.
All right, let's say you get
Even
caught.
gun to a head.
You get caught jerking off, but you're not even hard yet. You're just trying to flap that thing on. You know, it's like
It's like when you have a flashlight with dead batteries. You're like, I need this thing to come on.
I'm trying to turn on my PS4 controller when you got to shake it in the last.
You got the red ring of death.
bro. You ever play like Dragon Ball Z when you have the little melee battles and you're
Yeah.
like this? It's crazy.
Damn.
So yeah, that'd be the worst, huh? I mean, just somebody seeing your thing when it's just like not slightly chubby is the worst.
Well, I feel like
Besides, not for events, obviously, but
I feel like would you ever do one of those like when people volunteer to be like nude models for like art classes?
if
Would you ever do that?
If they have to have the temperature be like 102 degrees, so everything is nice and hanging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's like cold, if it's 72 degrees, I'm like, nah, turn that AC.
I've never seen one of those where like the model has like a big ol' thing.
Yeah, because it takes away from the image, dude. That's why the ancient Greeks had the right idea.
Smaller dicks.
They're considered the perfect art. You know, they're like, now this is art. That other monstrosity, it's sickening, dude. You know.
Yeah, you used to be called like smarter if you had a small dick.
Yeah, that's why we're the most.
Is that true?
It's the most intelligent podcast in America.
Yeah. We are the future of this country. This podcast of the future today.
Is what you're saying true? Did people believe that before?
They
Yeah, 'cause
did,
you used
yeah.
to think like people with big dicks were like big dumb idiots.
That's funny.
Is that, you know? I wonder if that's
Big dumb idiot.
If you have a big dick, bro, why would you even go to school?
Straight up.
Like, what do you need to do that for?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You already accomplished everything you need to accomplish in life. Do you think Oppenheimer would have done all this shit if he had an 8-inch softie?
He was slaying that shit.
He was slanging it for sure, but it was that brain, dude.
It's a curse.
It's a curse. That's why Vince surprises me, because he does all this stuff and he has that thing on him, man.
Yeah.
Vince has that clapper. He's got that fucking. Vince whips it out and the sun goes down. If you know what I mean.
The sun goes down.
It turns into sunset when he whips it. He whips out his dick. Glendale becomes a sundown town. If you catch my drift.
It already kind of is.
It used to be.
I saw cops in a pickup truck in Glendale today. I was like, "There's no scenario where you would ever need that in Glendale."
Except to like wrangle up people.
I don't like the idea of cops in a pickup truck at all.
It feels worse.
It's like when you see a cop having a fucking Punisher logo, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Super fan. I'm like, what do you think about the MCU? What do you think about the current state of the MCU?
I actually talked to they're not a ticket officer, but the people who give out a meter maid essentially.
Mm-hmm. I think they're called ticket officers, and meter maid is what they hate being called.
Ticket officer.
I talked to one yesterday, and then I was like, all right, so when you guys are typing it up, and someone rushes up, and you go, hey man, like I fucked up, and you guys say, sorry, it's already in the system. Are you bullshitting or is that for real? And he's like, he turned off the radio and he's like, I'll tell you what they told us to say and I'll tell you what I do. Ooh. And apparently they tell them to be like, yeah, it's already in the system. I typed it in. He's like, until it's printed out, I can just reboot the computer.
Damn.
So can you leave basically? Like,
no, you gotta, finesse your way out of it. You gotta plead your case with this person, but
so I just gotta break the computer.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Because he doesn't have a gun.
That's true.
He
Yeah.
doesn't have any. I don't even know if he has any legal authority to do anything. So I'm
Yeah.
like, if I just I don't hurt him. I just do the keep away thing. I'm like, this is mine now, and then
You just take it
and
home.
then, but then you write a ticket for him.
yeah, I write a ticket for.
Oh,
You're
for
like-
being a little bitch.
You're like, okay, tell me why I shouldn't give you a ticket
yeah,
for being here.
He's like,
And then he's like, oh my god, no,
No,
it's
no,
just,
no.
I was only being there for 5 minutes.
He's like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving right now.
You're like, hey, it's already in the system, bro.
It's already in the system.
You should be able to pull a Uno reverse card in police for sure. Or the I'm rubber and you're glue. The old trick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how would we reverse it on cops,
What would they see? They pull me over and then they're like, have you been drinking? And I'm like, have you been drinking? And then he's like, oh shit.
There is a video of a dude who is recording outside a police station and he talks to cops the way talks cop to people.
Oh yeah, they're called auditors. My dad loves those videos.
Yeah, that's right.
But sir, I have every legal right to be here, sir. I have every legal. They just repeat the same shit, and they make me want to fucking kill them. I told Vince the other day. You know how cops get around that shit?
How?
Because they post their videos on YouTube for videos for views, and the cops start playing Disney music
Oh, yeah.
because it's all copyrighted, and they'll strike it immediately.
Insane.
That's nuts. Imagine getting shot and you're listening to Zippity Doo Dah. My oh my, what a wonderful day. And this has been a wonderful day on Sleepover.
Dude, if I
Pod.
die and then I see... Imagine you're dying and then you look up and it's white and then you just see the zippity doodah boat at the very end where they're all dancing.
Oh, actually, that would be pretty sick.
The animal.
Yeah. I want to die, not soon, but when I do die, I want it to be like the weasels dying in Who Framed Roger Rabbit because they're just laughing so hard and then my spirit just flies out of my body.
All right. You're dying. You see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You get there and then you're in Space Mountain and you go through the full ride.
Yo.
How sick
But
is that?
forever.
Forever.
I have a headache, dude. Actually, it doesn't give me a headache. That'd be pretty fun, man. The boys might need a Disney trip soon-ish. You know what I mean?
When was the last time you went, Vince?
It's been over a year.
Wow,
Damn.
that's so sad.
No wonder
dude.
you're acting like this.
Yeah, I'm having withdrawals.
You are having
I
withdrawals.
used to be able to go every weekend.
I know, and honestly, sometimes
Have new things opened up since you've been gone? Since you've
I
been
don't know.
gone.
I can't wait. I think that a Princess and the Frog ride. No, wait, not yet. The Bayou Adventure thing.
I'm so fucking sad they got rid of the old theme. I know it's racist in Splash Mountain, but I still fuck with it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool.
it was fun, dude. I have one black friend. He liked it too, so that must mean it's okay.
Dylan?
No, I'm just kidding. You know that guy? People who are just like, I have a black friend. It's cool. You know.
I do want to go though for the holidays. Check it out.
The Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, the
Oogie Boogie
birthday
Band.
bash.
I've seen photos of that line. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's too scary, honestly. I would never, put my life in danger like that. There's no reason why.
The twisted mind of Oogie
I've seen
Boogie.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know what that guy would do to me. Honestly,
He's
he's made of bugs.
That is fucking sickening. But this has been an episode of Sleepover Pod. We're about to hit the Patreon right now. You're gonna get some fun shit over there. I've been Danny Cabral.
I'm Vince Caldera.
I'm Luis Lamus.
See you guys next time.